Hi guys, and welcome to Terminal Velocity. Today I'm going to be doing the 5th episode in the Hyrule Historia series, and I'm going to be talking about the hero of Twilight. This is probably the hero we know the least about as a child. All we know is that he grew up in Ordon Village, and that he's likely directly related to the hero of time. By the events of Twilight Princess, the hero of Twilight is already well known in Ordon Village as being very helpful on the ranch and just in general in just helping people out. When the hero of Twilight turns 18, around that time, he starts a journey. It begins with Ilia, the farm girl, taking Epona to the spring of Ordona and getting attacked by King Bulblin. Link also gets attacked by King Bulblin and passes out. When he wakes up, he's in the Twilight Realm and transforms into a wolf. While most Hylians would transform into a spirit in the Twilight Realm, Link transforms into a wolf because of his spirit of courage and from the hero. Eventually, he manages, with the help of the imp Midna, to get rid of the Twilight in multiple different parts of Hyrule, as well as find the farm kids that he was helping out in Kakariko Village. Link then goes to help the Zoras in the Lake Hylia area, which has also been transformed by Twilight, and eventually he sets them free and gets rid of the Twilight, but is ultimately attacked by Zant, who uses the power of the light spirit Nadra to harm Midna and almost killing her. Link then takes the almost dead Midna hastily to the Princess Zelda in the Hyrule Castle Tower, who eventually gives the Triforce of Wisdom to Midna, ultimately saving her. Well, she does save Midna. Midna eventually tells Link to go and find the rest of the fused shadow, which will give her equivalent power to Zant, who has nearly taken over Hyrule Castle now. And after Midna has the full fused shadow, she and Link go to Arbiter's Ground, and they talk to the sages, who tell them that they tried to execute Ganondorf, but ultimately failed and ended up having to banish him to the Twilight Realm, where he would eventually escape with the help of Zant. Eventually, Midna and Link go on a quest and find all the different shards of the Mirror of Twilight. They eventually put it back together and are able to traverse in between the Twilight Realm and the Light Realm. And Ganondorf, who was executed around the time of the Hero of Time's death, has been roaming around in the Twilight Realm for the last 30 to 50 years. Then Midna and Link go to defeat Zant, and eventually, once they have Zant on his knees and are about to defeat him, he pleads for Ganondorf to save him, but Ganondorf refuses and allows Zant to be killed by Midna. Also, along his journey, Link, the hero of Twilight, is taught by either his father or grandfather, the hero of Time, from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. He's taught a bunch of different warrior moves and songs from the Golden Wolf, which is the hero's shade. Eventually, after completing a large amount of dungeons, Link and Midna travel to Hyrule Castle, ready and prepared to defeat Ganondorf. Once they get there, however, Ganondorf is prepared for them and has the captured Zelda locked up. Ganondorf then possesses Zelda, forcing Link and Midna to have to fight close combat with their friend, and ultimately the person who saved Midna from certain death. Ultimately, however, Link and Midna are able to extract Ganon's malice from out of Zelda and are able to make her unpossessed, as well as taking Ganondorf out of her. Then, Ganondorf turns into the Demon King Ganon, but once again is ultimately defeated by Wolf Link's strength, as well as Midna's Fused Shadow and Link's sword, taking advantage of the spot on Ganondorf where he had been executed. The Demon King Ganon then returns back to Ganondorf form for his third form. Ganondorf and his horses, as well as some phantom spirits on their phantom horses, charge for Link and Zelda in Hyrule Field. However, Zelda makes the first move and offers up to the light spirits and is able to get the light arrows and her sacred powers. Link and Zelda hop on Epona, and while Link attacks Ganondorf and the phantoms, Zelda is able to shoot them with the bow of light. Eventually, Zelda and Link knock Ganondorf off of his horse, and Link and Ganondorf go into hand-in-hand combat. Link is then able to disarm Ganondorf and stab him in the same spot where he was executed that he had taken advantage of earlier. Ganondorf then gets up and says a few last words before he has a vision of Zant, who denies him the right to live the same way that he did to Zant. This causes Ganondorf to immediately die while still on his feet. This is the only time in any Zelda game that Ganondorf has actually been killed. This not only shows the hero of Twilight's power, but also shows his ability of courage, friendship, bravery, as well as sword skills. This alone makes the hero of Twilight one of the most strong heroes in the whole entire Zelda timeline. And eventually, later in this child timeline, we will see the events long after Twilight Princess, in which the hero of light is the hero who saves Hyrule once again from an even greater threat. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe, as well as check out my other Hyrule Historia videos, or just my other videos in general. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time on Terminal Velocity.